So welcome everyone. Today we are discussing thou shalt not kill. Everybody's heard this concept? Thou shalt not kill. It's instruction, one of the commandments given by Lord Jesus the Christ. At ISKCON Paris Center, Srila Prabhupada talks with Cardinal Jean Danielou. The Bible does not simply say, thou shalt not, do not kill the human being. It says broadly, thou shalt not kill. Why do you interpret this to suit your own convenience? When there is no food, someone may eat meat in order to keep from starving. That is another thing. But it is most sinful to regularly maintain slaughterhouses just to satisfy your tongue. Do you agree with this? Yes? Alright. There is a discussion between Srila Prabhupada and Cardinal Danielou in France, Paris. So Srila Prabhupada, Jesus Christ said, thou shalt not kill. So why is it that the Christian people are engaged in animal killing? The question. So Cardinal replies, certainly in Christianity it is forbidden to kill, but we believe that there is a difference between the life of a human being and the life of the beasts. The life of a human being is sacred because man is made in the image of God. Therefore, to kill a human being is forbidden. This is what Cardinal said. Srila Prabhupada, but the Bible does not simply say, do not kill the human being. It says broadly, thou shalt not kill. Why complicate things? Cardinal Danielou, we believe that only human life is sacred. Srila Prabhupada, that is your interpretation. The commandment is, thou shalt not kill. Cardinal, it is necessary for men to kill animals in order to have food to eat. Srila Prabhupada, no, man can eat grains, vegetables, fruits and milk. Cardinal, no flesh? Srila Prabhupada, no. Human beings are meant to eat vegetarian food. The tiger does not come to eat your fruits. His prescribed food is animal flesh. But man's food is vegetables, fruits, grains and milk products. So how can you say that animal killing is not a sin? Cardinal Danielou, we believe it is a question of motivation. If the killing of an animal is for giving food to the hungry, then it is justified. Srila Prabhupada, but consider the cow. Before we come to this point, not only Christianity, so many Hindus also eat meat. From the audience here, anybody has eaten meat? Yeah. Yes. So what was the justification to eat meat? Why were you eating meat?
Didn't have the knowledge of it.
Didn't have the knowledge. Okay. Is that the only reason?
We used to say in India, like in my state, like it's like a goddess Kali, the prasad is given over there. It's like in Bali. So
Yes. So many believers of Kali,
yeah.
they give meat to her, offer her and they eat as prasad. There is actually a mantra which says to Kali when offering is done. In the Vedas it is mentioned only in certain circumstances it is allowed for people to eat meat. But you cannot maintain regular slaughterhouses. So there it is said in the prayer, when you offer that meat to Kali, you say, today I am cutting and eating this animal. In my next life, this animal will come and cut me. That is the mantra they chant. You see? So killing animals doesn't restrict to only one religion. So everybody, even amongst Mohammedans, it's a very peaceful religion where Prophet Muhammad says that, may peace be upon him, that one who respects the smallest and tiniest of living being, Allah considers him to be very close to him. See? So every authority in every religion preaches love and peace, not only for humanity, for everybody. Now, there is no need for vegetarians to be unnecessarily puffed up as well, because plants also have life. So when you eat plant, you may pluck the fruits, that's all right. Plucking a fruit doesn't kill a plant. But generally plant also has life, it is a fact. So, is there no sin in that if you eat? Of course there is. Of course there is. That is the reason why those who practice spirituality, Krishna consciousness in its true sense, they eat only certain kinds of fruits, vegetables. And Krishna asks, in Bhagavad Gita is mentioned, Krishna says, give me with love some fruits, some flour, some water, some vegetables, grains, I'm happy. See? So in that, if we are offering those vegetables to Krishna first, and then accept that as a prasad, means mercy of Krishna, then there is no sin in it. You see? This is the point to be understood. The unnecessarily being vegetarian, we should not be puffed up. Because the whole process of karma, it works every ways. It's very subtle and very complicated. Unless we dedicate our whole existence in the service of God or Krishna, it is very hard to stop the karmic process of sins coming in, going out, in and out. So when we are able to stop this whole karmic process by dedicating completely one's own life into service of God, doesn't matter, one can be Christian and do so. One can be a Muslim and do so, no harm. Following those teachings is equally beneficial, as long as we follow perfectly. Here's an example where the instruction has been twisted. Thou shalt not kill has become thou shalt not murder human beings. See? Some time ago, I would not like to name which denomination it was. Some people came to send me the books of Bible. I said, come, and I said, very nice. And they were a young lady. I was very impressed there with the knowledge. They were very good teenagers, Normally people are wasting their time, but you are in God consciousness. I was very satisfied, very happy with them. Then I asked the question. He said, I can read. I've got a Bible at home also. And I've got a fair study of Bible as well, whatever little bit I can do. So tell me, do you eat meat? And they said, yes. I said, but in the Bible it is mentioned. In the commandments it is there, thou shalt not kill. Then why do you eat? So they said, no. In our Bible it is mentioned in winter, when there is no food, it's allowed. I said, show me. So they opened and they showed me where in winter season, when nothing grows, everything is, no vegetable, you can eat meat. So do you eat meat only during winter season? I asked the question. They said, no, every time. I said, then you're not following your own Bible. Then why are you preaching me this point? You preach to me when you are following it properly. So I said further, okay. I said, in winter when there is nothing growing, in those areas it's allowed to eat meat. Okay. Here, where we are, everything is available in winter. So why do you eat meat? They had no answer. No, it's allowed. They don't have soul. I said, what do you mean they don't have soul? Animals don't have soul? What is the symptoms of having soul? We discussed this. I said, okay, we should understand this point. What is the symptom of a living being? Soul means the living being is conscious, alive. Alive meaning one is born, human being is born, a dog is born. Human being becomes a child, dog becomes a puppy child. Human being becomes teenager, dog becomes teenager. Then human being finds a girlfriend or boyfriend or husband, wife. The dog finds girlfriend, boyfriend or dog or wife or husband, whatever it is. Then they have children. Human being grows old, dog grows old. Human being dies, dog dies. Everything is the same, and you say there is no soul. Doesn't make any sense. Soul meaning life. That which gives life. This plastic here, microphone, doesn't have life. It cannot grow. This chair doesn't grow. Tree will grow. Anything which is alive will grow. You understand this point? So this is the fundamentals of which needs to be clear. It's not a concept only against Christianity. It's against anyone who have whimsical thinking to satisfy the senses. Let's go further. Is this clear? We don't want to make sure that it is very clearly done and understood. It's not against anybody or any particular religion. So anyone who doesn't follow properly. Here. Srila Prabhupada, but consider the cow. We drink her milk. Therefore, she is our mother. Do you agree? Yeah, well, the mother's milk you drink as a child, as a grown up. Cardinal, yes, surely. Cardinal Daniel, Srila Prabhupada. So, if the cow is your mother, how can you support killing her? You take the milk from her, and when she is old and cannot give you milk, you cut her throat. Is that very humane proposal? In India, those who are meat eaters are advised to kill some lower animals like goats, pigs, or even buffalo. But cow killing is the greatest sin. In preaching Krishna consciousness, we ask people not to eat any kind of meat, and my disciples strictly follow this principle. But if under certain circumstances others are obliged to eat meat, then they should eat the flesh of some lower animal. Don't kill cows. It is the greatest sin. And as long as a man is sinful, he cannot understand God. The human being's main business is to understand God and to love Him. But if you remain sinful, you will never be able to understand God. What to speak of loving Him? It's a very important statement. So unless we dovetail our whole existence and surrender our whole existence in the service of God and act accordingly, we cannot understand God. Cardinal Danielu, I think that perhaps this is not an essential point. The important thing is to love God. The practical commandments can vary from one religion to the next. Srila Prabhupada. So in the Bible, God's practical commandment is that you cannot kill. Therefore, killing cows is sin for you. Is a sin for you. Cardinal Danielu. God says to the Indians that killing is not good. And He says to the Jews that, no, Jesus Christ taught thou shalt not kill. Why do you interpret this to suit your own convenience? Keep on the principle. Don't confuse the issue. Cardinal Danielu. But Jesus allowed the sacrifice of the Paschal lamb, Srila Prabhupada, but he never maintained a slaughterhouse. He may allow certain things at a certain time, but he never maintained a slaughterhouse. Cardinal Danielu laughs. No, but he did eat meat. Srila Prabhupada, when there is no other food, someone may eat meat in order to keep from starving. That is another thing. But it is most sinful to regularly maintain slaughterhouses just to satisfy your tongue. Actually, you will not even have a human society until this cruel practice of maintaining slaughterhouses is stopped. And although animal killing may sometimes be necessary for survival, at least the mother animal, the cow, should not be killed. That is simply human decency. In the Krishna consciousness movement, our practice is that we don't allow the killing of any animals. Krishna says, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya prayachati. Vegetables, fruits, milk and grains should be offered to me in devotion. So Bhagavad Gita chapter 9 verse 26. We take only the remnants of Krishna's food, which is called prasad. The trees offer us many varieties of fruits, but the trees are not killed. Of course, one living entity is food for another living entity. But that does not mean you can kill your mother for food. Cows are innocent. They give us milk. You take their milk and then kill them in the slaughterhouse. This is sinful. Very powerful. A student. Srila Prabhupada, Christianity's sanction of meat eating is based on the view that lower species of life do not have a soul like the human beings. Srila Prabhupada, that is foolishness. First of all, we have to understand the evidence of the soul's presence within the body. Then we can see whether the human being has a soul and a cow does not. What are the different characteristics of the cow and the man? If we find a difference in characteristics, then we can say that in the animal there is no soul. But if we see that the animal and the human being have the same characteristics, then how can you say that the animal has no soul? The general symptoms are that animal eats, you eat. Animal sleeps, you sleep. Animal mates or have sex, you do. You eat, you mate. The animal defends and you defend. Where is the difference? Cardinal Danielu, we admit that in the animal there may be the same type of biological existence as in men, but there is no soul. We believe that the soul is a human soul. Srila Prabhupada, our Bhagavad Gita says, Sarva Yonishu. That means in all species of life, the soul exists. The body is like a suit of clothes. You have black clothes. I am dressed in saffron clothes. Because Cardinal Danielu was a Catholic. He was wearing black clothes. He said, I am wearing saffron clothes. But within the dress, you are a human being and I am also a human being. Similarly, the bodies of the different species are just like different types of dress. There are 8.4 million species or dresses. But Within each is a spirit soul, a part and parcel of God. Suppose a man has two sons, not equally meritorious. One may be a Supreme Court judge and the other may be a common laborer. But the father claims both as his sons. He does not make the distinction that the son who is a judge is very important and the worker son is not important. And if the judge's son says, "My dear father, your other son is useless. Let me cut him up and eat him," will the father allow this? Cardinal Danielu, certainly not. But the idea that all life is part of the life of God is difficult for us to admit. There is a difference between human life and animal life. Srila Prabhupada, that difference is due to the development of consciousness. Difference between human life and animal life. The development is of consciousness, the difference is of consciousness only. In the human body, there is developed consciousness. Even a tree has a soul, but a tree's consciousness is not very developed. If you cut a tree, it does not resist. Actually, it does resist, but only to a very small degree. There's a scientist named Jagdish Chandra Bose who has made a machine which shows that trees and plants are able to feel pain when they are cut. I've seen it. He magnifies the leaf. And when you try to cut the leaf trembles. It can be seen. The leaf is trembling of the plant. So it can only do that because of the consciousness is not as developed. Even animal consciousness, Chaitana, is not as developed. You see, human being, when we are being injected with something, we have a small injection. When a horse is injection is this big. If you see that big injection, we'll probably faint. The injection is for you. You faint first. And we can see directly that when someone comes to kill an animal, it resists, it cries, it makes a horrible sound. So it is a matter of the development of consciousness. But the soul is there within all living beings. Cardinal Danielu. But metaphysically, the life of men is sacred. Human beings think on a higher platform than the animals do. Srila Prabhupada. What is that higher platform? The animal eats to maintain his body, and you also eat in order to maintain your body. The cow eats grass in the field, and the human being eats meat from a huge slaughterhouse full of modern machines. But just because you have a big machine, just because you have big machines and a ghastly scene, while the animal simply eats grass, this does not mean that you are so advanced that only within your body is there a soul, and that there is not a soul within the body of the animal. That is illogical. We can see that the basic characteristics are the same in the animal and in the human being. Cardinal Danielu, by this time he's very, he's flabbergasted, he's quite struggling with words. But only in human beings do we find a metaphysical search for the meaning of life. Srila Prabhupada, yes. So metaphysically search out why you believe that there is no soul within the animal. There is metaphysics. If you are thinking metaphysically, that's all right. But if you're thinking like an animal, then what is the use of a metaphysical study? Metaphysical means above the physical, or in other words, spiritual. In the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Sarva Yonishu Kaunteya. In every living being, there is a spirit soul. That is metaphysical understanding. Now, either you accept Krishna's teachings as metaphysical, or you will have to take a third class fool's opinion as metaphysical. Which do you accept? Cardinal Danyalu. But why does God create some animals who eat other animals? There's a fault in the creation, it seems. Srila Prabhupada. It is not a fault. God is very kind. If you want to eat animals, then He will give you full facility. God will give you the body of a tiger in your next life so that you can eat flesh freely. Why are you maintaining slaughterhouses? I will give you fangs and claws, now eat. So the meat eaters are awaiting such punishment. The animal eaters become tigers, wolves, cats and dogs in the next life to get more facility. See, what human beings, our teeth are not like those of carnivorous animals, but we have got 4 these teeth here, no? A little bit longer. So Krishna is very kind, Srila Prabhupada says, that you can cut the flesh if you want to eat, Those rascals will never understand human beings, it is for that. Those 4. Yes? Does anyone have any questions?